right. What's up, Marlene? How you doing?
I'm great. Look, I'm in Rio de Janeiro, so life is good. Good to see you, Alex.
Good to see you. First of all, to everyone, Alex Boylan here, co-founder of Dream Jobbing. I am here with Marlene Plomik. I pronounced that correct, right?
Just
Just perfect. She is in Rio. I am in Los Angeles. And the reason, many reasons why we wanted to do 5 questions with Marlene is because she's one of the most inspirational international women I know. And so thank you for taking time out of your schedule. Super appreciate it.
Thank you, Alex, for having me, and thank you for the kind words. That's very nice. Recording. You're recording that, right?
We are recording, and it's all very, very true. So for the audience of people who maybe don't know, Marlene has spent her life, living in different countries, international advertising, but most specifically over the last 7 years has it been, is the founder of Those Who Inspire, which is an amazing company. They go into each country, right? Tell the story of the most inspirational people of that country. And that gets turned into a book, into a video series, into a curriculum, and distributed to all the youth so they can be inspired themselves. Did I explain that correctly?
That's a very good speech. Thanks. Very good speech.
It's an amazing company, and just massive kudos, and everyone here at Dream Jobbing, obviously our good friend, and we follow everything. But I think as I was telling you about this before, this series is to help inspire our youth, right? To find the path to their dream career. And so I'd love to be able to spend a little bit of time and dive into how you got to where you got. So I guess question number 1, where was your inspiration to create Those Who Inspire? Because it's not just a book, it's a movement, right? And where did that idea come from?
It became a movement, indeed, you're right. So the idea, I was with my business partner, Delphine, because I'm the co-founder of Those Who Inspire. And we were doing a special report in the Sultanate of Oman, which is in the Middle East, in the Gulf area. And we had just finished a report for Business Week, as a matter of fact, for Bloomberg Business Week at the time. We were working in collaboration with them. And one of our friends said, well, girls, you've been here for 2 months. You know everybody. We don't want you to leave. Stay longer. Why don't you write a book? So this is how it's really started. And this gentleman is called Dr. Jumali Juma. He was the former Minister of Manpower in Oman. And it's true, he was a little bit worried about his youth, about the youth of the country. So we did put all that together. It took us 2 years to think exactly what we wanted to do. And coming from international advertising and moving to doing a book, of course, it took 24 months. And of course, you can imagine back in 2010, when we told our friends that we were going to do a book collection, people looked at us like saying, you're crazy. You don't know about Kindle? You're really going to do a book? Say, yeah, we do believe in books. So the concept started like that. And we said, okay, what's the priority for any country in the world? The priority is the youth, the millennials. And we think that they should be inspired and given stories from people from their country, from their village, from their city, from the corner of the street. And we wanted those people to be from all walks of life, because not everybody can be Alex, not everybody can be a TV host, not everybody can be a doctor, not everybody can be an entrepreneur. So we decided to do portraits of around, I think it was 52 or 49 Omani people from all age. I think the youngest was maybe 16 years old, the oldest maybe 83, and they had to give us a really personal story, We became almost shrinks, Most of the people told us, what we're telling you now, we never told anyone. So people from all walks of life, and people who were famous and known in their country, and the other half completely unknown people, which was really important to us, and everybody by alphabetical order. When we started the first, I think, 2 books, people would give their cell phone number so that the local youth could call them directly for them to become their mentors. And what we wanted to do, because we thought also it was time to give back somehow, so we're still a business company, but with a social vision and mission, we thought it was important to be able to donate the books to the students. So we decided to donate 50% of the books published to the public universities of the country. Then we would do a great launch party, because we need to have the press involved. That's part of the deal. I mean, if you want to be people to know about it. So we did a big, huge launch party, beautiful party, invited the press, And then the day after, we started donating the books to universities. And then we decided to organize, I don't like the word talks, but maybe interaction between the inspiring people, we call them IP, inspiring people from the book, and the students. And then also sometimes companies do call us also to go and talk to their young employees. And in Bahrain, our last book, which is our ninth book, I think, ninth book, we just started our first series of video, which was done by a young, inspiring person called Omar, who's like, I think, 25, and he did an amazing job. So yeah, it's been quite an adventure, let's say.
It's unbelievable. So when you think of, because you're this entrepreneur, right? Female international entrepreneur, built this just amazing company / movement. What's the best part of it? What's the best part of going to these countries, telling these stories of these amazing people, inspiring people?
Right? It's really, now we take time to spend in a country. Before, when we were doing the international advertising, we would spend like 1 month or 2 months. Now, just to produce one book, it takes us between 9 months to 2 years. Wow. So it gives us really time to understand the culture, to understand the country. And I think when you better understand the culture, you better understand the country, you, of course, have more respect for those people. And I think this is really important. Of course, I have a great life because obviously all day long I'm meeting with inspirational people, inspiring people. And that's just wonderful. Now, it's really tough also to be always on the road, to be always traveling. I mean, now we have teams almost in like 5 countries right now, but it's an amazing adventure. And I really can say I'm really lucky.
Yeah, it's amazing. What's been the most challenging piece of building this company from scratch? You and your business partner hanging out, we have an idea in our head, and all of a sudden, can you talk about the challenges and just the amount of work? I mean, 7 years dedicated to building to where you're at. It's a long time, a lot of energy.
Yeah, just to tell you the truth, in 6 years, we only published 4 books. And only the last 2 years, we managed to publish 5. So first of all, the challenge was, of course, to tell people we are doing a real book. I mean, a printed book with pages printed, not a digital book. And it was a little bit difficult at the beginning to convince our partners, because, of course, we need financial partners. And they were like, yeah, but what do I get out? What do I get? I said, well, you're getting nothing. You're just helping your country, and you're helping youth, and you're inspiring your youth. So, I mean, at the end of the day, on the long-term view, it's good for you. Sometimes it's true, it's been tough in some countries. Imagine when we went to Nigeria. Nigeria is like 200 million people, biggest country in Africa. We have to travel because we want also to represent the diversity of the country. So you have to travel all around the country. You have to meet different people from different culture even, because even within Nigeria, you have Muslims, you have Catholics, you have different tribes. So you have to be able to adapt and be flexible. It's true, sometimes it's not that easy to be always far away from home, but I mean, I really love it and I really enjoy it. And this is really my life, to be on the road.
I love it. Yeah, well, I talk about it a lot too. I mean, like, I have that restless soul as well. Like, and it's interesting when you have that restless soul and you like to move, you've been able to capture your career and build that into who you are as a person. So, what might be challenging to some, you thrive in that environment and you love it, right? You go to new cultures, new places, new challenges.
Amazing people.
Yeah.
Really. Just meeting great people every day. So, and I'm really, really happy.
Yeah.
And I hope things are going in. It's not a done deal yet, but now countries are starting to call us. So I guess we're on the right path.
And I think that is such an interesting point especially for entrepreneurs or people who are starting their own business. 7 years of hard work, right? I can imagine the painstaking work, and companies and countries are just starting to call you now. You know what I mean? And I think it's a valuable lesson. We know it from dream jobbing here. We know it, you have to work so long to prove yourself, prove your business, and become part of the marketplace before people are ever going to call you. It's a grind.
Give up and never give up. It just happened right now. I received a WhatsApp from some guy from Turkey I met like 5 years ago in Cannes, who told me, I just heard from a friend of mine in Dubai who told me about those who inspire. Well, I want to talk to you to do something in Turkey. So Now it's a word of mouth, slowly, but as you say, it took time. It was really hard work, and it was sometimes, you know, when we were in the UAE, United Arab Emirates, with Delphine, which was our second book. So it's only 10% of the population is local. So only 10% are Emiratis, 90% are foreigners, okay? And our books are locals for locals. So we only put local people. After 3 months in the UAE, we were based in Dubai, we had met 2 Emiratis.
Wow.
3 months.
Talk about a stumbling block in business.
And then you know,
some people.
Now that the road is going to be long because we wanted like 60 Emiratis and we couldn't even meet them. And then all of a sudden, I think with persistence and the locals seeing that you were still in the country and you were really believing what you were doing, all of a sudden, the doors opened. You know what I mean? And we managed to do a book. I think we had 67 Emiratis. I think we did a launch party with 200 Emiratis, and even the Emiratis said they had never seen that many Emiratis in the same place. So yeah, perseverance, never give up, and yeah, don't. I mean, I don't like to listen to people who tell me, oh, that's not going to work, or it's not possible, or it's crazy to do a book in 2011, 2015. Just follow your gut, I guess.
That's a great advice. So you were telling me a story before we started recording for this video, and I think it'd be great to tell it here. You've had some amazing impact that maybe wasn't even planned on by doing this business in this book. Can you talk about the hotline and the country and some of the amazing things that pop out of this, of massive change for a country, of just trying to do the right thing? Can you tell that story?
Okay, so as you know, the first objective of also Inspire is to inspire the local youth and give them local mentors. But also what we have started is to create a IEP club, Inspiring People Club, because people in the book don't really know each other. And we have been lucky one of those meetings back in Bahrain, so again, a country in the Gulf, in the Middle East, 2 of our inspiring people met. One of them is Omar, who's like 25 years old, who's an amazing guy. He's a YouTuber and does a lot of videos, and he did our videos, as a matter of fact. And he did a subject on, excuse I'm French, how you say deaf and mute and deaf?
Yeah.
People hear properly and speak properly. And he met with another person who's an inspiring person in our book, who is a brigadier from the Ministry of Interior. And Omar told Brigadier, you know, we have a problem in Bahrain. There is no hotline for those people. There was a little girl with her father. Her father had a heart attack. She was alone with him. She couldn't call anyone. A week later, Bahrain organized the hotline. A week later, it was done. And 3 days later, the UAE, United Arab Emirates, which is a neighboring country, did the same. I mean, of course, it's a drop in the ocean, but we're so proud of that.
You create a hotline in a country that never had a hotline.
You see. Yeah. So it's really called synergies, and people getting to know each other that would have never met. Believe me, Omar, YouTuber, meeting with the brigadier from the Ministry of Interior, this would have never happened without us.
Incredible. Okay. 5th and final question. If you're looking back at yourself, 20 years ago, or if you're speaking to someone who is just getting out of business school like you did, or graduating with their master's in international business, what's your advice for them before they set off down the path of being an entrepreneur and, starting something that they're passionate about?
Okay, really the key message for me would be, first of all, do not be afraid. Follow your passions. Because, we're working a lot of hours in our life. I mean, personally, I work 7 days a week, almost 11 months per year, or even more, 11 months and a half. So you better like what you're doing, really. Yeah. Me personally, I knew exactly what I wanted to do, but I didn't know there would be a job that will fit what I wanted. I wanted to travel. I wanted to meet with amazing people. I wanted to do business. I wanted to be always in some kind of adventure. And then finally, I found the job that would fit those requirements. And when I was done with that job in the international advertising, I created my own job. So I think really the key is passion and be passionate, don't give up, go for it. And I think instinct is important. Follow your instincts. Everything is important. I knew I was not good for the corporate world or a 9-to-5 job. I knew it was not for me. I would have driven everybody crazy, everything in a week, and I would have been fired straight away. This I'm sure. So yes, I think really the key message is follow your passion, because you're going to be working a lot of hours.
Such amazing advice. 5 questions. Marlene Plomik, founder of Those Who Inspire. Can you hold that book up so everyone can see it?
Yes, it's okay. My product is not great for marketing, as you can see, because it's a mirror effect, so you can't see it.
That's beautiful. It's beautiful. Thank you for spending time with us. So appreciate it. Keep going. Look forward to seeing you when you come back to LA here. And thanks for 5 questions with everybody here.
Thank you, Alex, for having me on Dream Jobbing. You're wonderful. And yeah, you inspire me. You guys inspire me every day, and I really love what you're doing. And I really love the concept since day one. And I think it's just superb, as the French would say.
Thank you. Thank you, Marlene.
Take care, Alex.
Cheers, guys. We'll see you next time.
Take care. Bye.